What's going on, guys? So it is finally time to give you my full Unitronic Stage 2 review. But instead of me just hopping in the car, driving it around, telling you how awesome it is, I have another awesome idea. My buddy Brian has the same exact car as me, but his car is completely 100% stock, right? No intake, no nothing? Nothing, okay. So he has no intake, no downpipe, no anything. So I'm gonna let him drive the car and kind of he'll give you the best like real world review because let's see, your car is identical, both 2019, same color, same wheels, same everything, and 100% stock. So this will be like a true review, and then we'll talk about it. We'll let him test out the launch control and a couple other things and just see what his actual true thoughts are on the Unitronic Stage 2. Okay, so that there is a Catless downpipe with the Resonator delete.
In sport mode with the Unitronic Tune, does it drive any differently?
Yeah, so that's probably where I noticed the biggest thing. So the old sport mode prior to the Tune, it felt like when you stepped on it and it kind of like hung for a really, really long time. This seems to be like more optimized, like now we're in fourth, just cruising in sport mode, right under 3,000 RPMs. And before, I think it would be in a lower gear, much higher, right. Is kind of how it was before. But I noticed the biggest difference with the driving, definitely through the Trans Tune, for sure. But it also seems to be optimized for when you're like getting on it, not just when you're cruising, even if you're in sport mode. First reaction to launch control, okay, brake. Put it to the floor. Yep, so it'll say launch control active, and then I'll let off the brake. Oh, that was a good one there.
Was it good? Hooked up well.
Oh yeah, it hooked up really good.
That's beautiful. That's awesome.
So when I used the draggy, and I'll show you guys the clips in a second, I was able to get a 3.7 was our best 0 to 60. I wish I had the draggy. That one felt good.
I did feel good. Definitely pulls harder than stock.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it definitely does. So you haven't done launch control in your car yet?
I have not tried it in my car. No, that's the first time I've ever.
Yeah, so I'll put some comparison clips in here. When I did launch control prior to the Tune, it like really, really hung, and that's when you really notice that it just like hangs in first until it like, I guess it's trying to catch itself up, or
talking real low RPMs.
Kind of, yeah, kind of like it's almost like it's slipping itself.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. This doesn't do it, you know, as much or at all. A little bit though. I guess it depends on conditions.
It didn't feel like it.
No, it didn't feel like it. You want to go to manual mode and do a little first gear, like a little to roller? 60. Yeah.
Do a roller?
Yeah. In first in manual. Like maybe like 10 miles an hour. I think that's where I love the pops and bangs.
It's not loud either.
No, it's
like
perfect.
It's perfect.
All right, and then 10. Yeah, and then you can shift it.
And let's slam it.
Oh yeah, that was good.
This is much quicker than time.
Yeah. So I really noticed it there from a 10 mile an hour roll. Oh yeah.
That was a good thing.
No, that was really good. So I know they talk about the DSG farts, and I'll be honest, I hate that sound. However,
I don't mind it.
Whatever setup this is, I don't feel like it's loud or I really hear it.
It's because it's not overly obnoxious. That's
right.
Why.
Could be that, and it could also be that I'm inside the car. That could be the other thing too. Maybe it is louder from the outside. And those pops and bangs are so subtle.
They are very
that it's
subtle.
like, you know.
Yeah, it's not loud and obnoxious at all. I just can't get over how smooth it is. It's very smooth.
The power delivery, it doesn't have that big punch like a big turbo. There's no lag. Now let me tell you guys a backstory. For those of you who know the channel, you guys know I had a Supra, but he had a GTR, full bolt-ons, super fast. And I will tell you that coming from 12 horsepower Supra, GTR, like these cars are still a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's like just as much fun.
Just as much fun because you can't use all that power on the street anyways.
No, not
and when
even
you
close.
get to that level, like especially how the Supra was, you can't drive it around. By the time you're doing a pull, you're up to 120, you're gonna run into the person and it was
time to go to jail.
Yeah, time to go to jail, exactly. And like I told you earlier, like I bought this car as a daily and I did not realize until I really started getting into it how awesome this car is and the mods and just how well it receives mods, how tunable it is, and how much fun it is to drive on a daily basis. As you guys can see, the driving experience has been completely transformed by the Unitronic ECU and TCU software. Check out this comparison between the stock and Stage 2 0 to 60 times. Okay. So as you just saw, there's a huge difference between the stock 0 to 60 at 5.1 and the Stage 2 Unitronic at 3.7. Keep in mind, this is on a completely full weight car, stock tires on the street. We haven't done any track testing or dyno testing yet. Part 3 of this video, we are gonna take it to the drag strip and see what kind of times we can get. If you're on the fence about getting a tune, definitely recommend Unitronic. Just being able to flash at home, the drivability. As you saw Brian, he's now gonna get back in his car. He's gonna go ahead and order himself a Unitronic Stage 2 also. Again, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.